Haggerty from CoMotion, and I wanted to offer this at-home meditation or centering practice to begin your either vinyasa or meditation practice for those of you who are impacted by the coronavirus and having to stay home either by yourself or with your kids. And so this is a nice way to incorporate meditation into your home life practice. You don't need any props. You can do this sitting on your couch. You can do it before bed. Lots of options for you to practice this in your home. And so we'll begin by just sitting wherever is most comfortable for you. So whether that be on your couch, on your bed, on your floor, you can have a block and sit on that. So whichever way is the most comfortable for you. We'll just begin by sitting up nice and tall and relaxing the shoulders and feeling into your body, feeling whether or not this is a comfortable position. And if you need to make adjustments, you can. And relaxing your shoulders down, breathing in deeply, and starting to notice just the rhythm of your breath and how you arrive to your space today. So sometimes we hold our breath up in that top 1/3, 1/2 of our lungs. Just noticing that. Feeling if there's any holding or tension in your body that maybe impacts your breathing. Maybe start to bring that breath a little bit deeper. So as you breathe in, feeling like maybe you can expand into the belly with your breath. And then as you breathe out, scooping it all the way out, pressing your abdominals inward so that the breath moves up all the way out. So the breath in can be through your nostrils, and the breath out can be through your mouth or through your nose. And maybe you start to close your eyes as you deepen your breath, centering in towards your inner experience, towards your body, feeling the breath moving, but also how it moves through your entire self, out to your toes, the oxygen particles all the way down to the soles of your feet. Our respiration feeds into our cardiovascular function, sending oxygen particles, nutrients through our blood. But also it sends with it an energy. And you can envision something that maybe you would like to receive from the universe. Maybe condense that to one word. Maybe it's patience. Maybe it's calm. And imagine that word right in front of you as if you could reach out and just hold on to it. Imagine that word out in front of you as a physical property. And then start to break it out into 100 different pieces, as if it shattered and created 100, 1,000 different pieces. And each time it breaks into 1,000,000 and more. Each time it breaks again, creating even more small particles that you can breathe in. So that now that sense of calm, that sense of peace surrounds you. So that it is part of the air that you breathe. And when you breathe it in, it sends all the way down to your bones, to your blood system, and comes back out with each exhale, so that you are completely surrounded within and without with a sense of peace, with a sense of calm, or whatever it is that you've designated as your choice for today. And those slow breaths, deepening into the belly space, they help you realize that those things, that feeling that you need from the universe around you, is always within. You always have that capability to come back, to breathe it in, to exhale it out. And remembering with each breath, you have the opportunity to start again. So that if you lose that thing that you need, if you lose that sense of peace, if you forget where you're at, starting to breathe more shallow once again, you can always start again. Each new cycle of breath brings us this opportunity. And before you begin your meditation practice or yoga practice, I'll leave you with a quote. The quote we've been working on is from Mary Oliver, an excerpt from her poem, The Journey. One day you finally knew what you had to do and began. And maybe you take this with you throughout your meditation or yoga practice. Maybe you have another intention that you'd like to set. Feeling free to repeat it to yourself silently in the form of a mantra or a poem for the next 3 breaths. One final breath in as you reach your arms up high, reaching up for the ceiling and the sky. As you exhale, bringing them down to heart center, just starting to blink the eyes to open. Keeping with you that intention that you set, beginning your practice with a centered heart, a centered soul. Ready to stay in the present moment, ready to receive all the benefits of your practice. Namaste. Remember, as you begin your yoga practice, it's important to listen to your body. If you're feeling that a certain pose that I'm offering to you today is not appropriate for your practice, please find an alternate pose, a modification, or skip it. Your practice is just that. It's your practice, and anything that I am offering is simply a suggestion. Since I'm not in the room with you, there's no way for me to suggest a modification for your personal practice. So be smart, be safe, and be healthy. We'll begin flat on our mat. The knees point up towards the ceiling. We're flat on our back. Start to get settled. Allow the knees to drape in towards one another. The feet can be wide so that we can relax the low back. Start to feel the flatness of the earth beneath us, supporting, helping to lift. Starting to let the knees come in towards our chest, just putting the hands on the knees, allowing them to come in and then out. Feeling the change of the low back as you go from forward to back. Maybe feeling a breath out as you let them come in, and a breath in as you let them go out. Just feeling the low back coming online, waking up this morning or this afternoon, whatever time it happens to be for you. And then bring the right knee in towards your chest. Give it a little hug. Extend your left up towards the sky. Flex the foot. Bring it down slowly. Hover it just above your mat, and then bring it in. Bringing it up slow to the sky. Down slow towards your mat, and then in. One more time, just like that. Maybe you start to curl up on your head, neck, and shoulders. Let your hands go wide, and then start that big circle once again with the left foot. And bring it in. Now rolling down on head, neck, and shoulders. Just activating our abdominals. Just begin. And then we hug in on the left side foot. The right side lifts up high. Take it down slow towards your mat, hovering it. And then bringing it in. Lifting up high. Exhale as you bring it down. Bring it in towards your chest. And this last time, maybe hovering, head, neck, and shoulders lifting up. Digging it down slow. And then in. Giving both knees a hug here. Rocking from side to side. Just warming up the back, warming up the abdominals to begin. And then finding the back of the hamstrings. Bringing this into a rocking motion from forward to back. Maybe feeling a nice massage, or maybe skipping that part and coming up to a comfortable seat. And you can have the legs crossed, you can be up on a block, you can have the legs extended. Lots of options here for your seat to begin class. Sometimes it's nice to be up on a block. And find yourself rooting down through your sits bones, lifting up through the crown of your head. Taking a moment in this neutral position to feel maybe any adjustments that we need to make. Then start to bring both arms up with a big breath in, reaching up high. Exhale, bringing them down to heart center. Take your right hand down to the mat. The left arm reaches way up high. Taking a big breath in as you reach it even further. Exhale as you bring it down towards the mat. Big breath in, lift up. Exhale down. Sweep it towards the mat. Lift up high. Exhale. This time we'll walk the hands forward, folding over the legs any amount here. You can also take a block under your forehead if that helps support your head. Nice and slow, walking your hands back up through center, sitting up nice and tall, taking the hands out wide. As you exhale, crossing at the elbows, finding opposite shoulders. My right elbow is underneath my left, but you can take it the other side as well. And I might take these into a figure 8 elbows, or maybe up and down. Warming up the shoulders, feeling like I'm free to choose my own motions for my own body. Take the arms out wide. Left hand comes down to the front, twist towards the right side. The back arm reaches up and forward, taking a deep breath in, reaching it up high for that side stretch, and then bring it down towards the front. Take the arms out wide to the sides, bringing one shoulder down at a time to stretch through the back, maybe even into the low back. Maybe getting your head into this from side to side. And then roll up through center. Switch the cross of the legs if you have them crossed, so that the other leg gets a chance to be in front. Inhale as you reach on up high. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Feeling into this side. So sometimes when we switch the legs, we need to still root down through the sits bones once again to begin our practice. Nice and slow. Feeling into this. And then the left side hand comes down, the right arm reaches way up and over. Big side stretch, reaching with the breath in. Exhale as you bring it down in front. Feel that change of the spine as you move the arm around your body. Second time, bringing it down. Inhale, lift it up high. Exhale, bring it down, reaching forward over the legs any amount. And remembering your modifications for this side, you can take a block under your head too. Lifting up nice and slow, coming up through center, arms reach out wide. Giving them across in the front. This time the other elbow goes underneath, finding opposite shoulder. Maybe taking it into some circles or some figure eights, up and down. Lots of options for your elbows here. And then take it out, nice and wide. Right arm comes forward, twisting over to the left. Back arm comes up and forward, big side stretch here. Lifting through that top arm. As you exhale, bring it down, finding the arms nice and wide, taking one shoulder down, maybe twisting a little bit from side to side. As you're ready, start to make your way into tabletop. So you might rock forward, you might take a couple moments to stretch, and eventually make your way into that tabletop. You can pad up the knees here if you like to, or pad up under your wrists. But make sure that your knees are about hips width distance apart and your wrists are under your shoulders. As you take a deep breath in, drop your belly, lift your gaze. As you exhale, send your heart up towards the ceiling, round the spine. Slowly start to take this cat and cow at your own pace, feeling free to add any little flourishes that might make it a little more comfortable or a little bit more customizable to your experience. As you come through neutral spine tabletop, feel a little press in your hands as you send your right leg back. Really flex into it, maybe lift the left arm. So opposite hand and foot are lifted, reaching in opposite directions, taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, send elbow to knee. Feel the spine rounding here to send those together, lifting up, breathing in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Breath in as you reach it long. Exhale, elbow to knee and hold. Stay right here. Drive that knee forward. Send the elbow back. Use your abdominals to squeeze. Finding them coming online here. Inhale as you reach up. Take it in opposite directions. Nice flat back. And exhale, bring it down. So hand and knee are replaced in that nice alignment. You can take cat and cow or maybe some C curves, looking over one shoulder and the other. And then come on back through neutral spine tabletop, a little press with the hands to keep that nice long spine. Left foot reaches back behind. Right arm reaches up and forward. Take a deep breath in as you reach it out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Breath in, nice long shape. Exhale, elbow to knee. One last time, reaching up. And exhale, bring that elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Holding it here. Feeling that movement from that lower abdominal, the upper abdominal squeezing together. Deep breath in as you reach in opposite directions. Really give it a flex and a stretch. Exhale, bring it down. You can take cat-cow, maybe C-curves, maybe some forward and back to help release your spine in all the different directions. Getting ready to move on to some sun salutations. Tuck your toes, lift your